Hey guys, Saturday, December 19th. Got the T56 with the 5.3 positioned with the hole for the shifter cut out. You can see here, did a little bit of butchering on this tunnel. I didn't have, I guess, the proper tools. And I didn't want to keep pulling the engine and transmission out every time I wanted to cut, so I would just lower the transmission down as far as I could, but I still couldn't get under there and cut very easily, so I had to do most of the cutting from the top. So to cut this bottom bracket, I had to go way over here and way over here, but I can weld all that up after I've got the engine and transmission back out, and I'll probably wait to do a lot of that for the boxing end of this until I have to have the car in the air. I believe this is the reverse lockout, but it has a little clearance right here. I think once I get it back out, I'm gonna bend this out some. But on top of the transmission, you can't see it in there, but way up in there, there's a rubber bumper on the top that sits up against the tunnel. And as I had to jack the transmission up, it kind of bent the tunnel area here, so I tried to straighten it out a little bit with my channel locks. Not real worried about that. I'm not going to be able to see any of that anyway. So here's the shifter here. It should have plenty of clearance around there, and I should be able to use this boot. And it has a metal framing inside the rubber that seems to bend pretty easily, so I think I can shape it to fit. Still might do some more cutting here because I've got a point here. Just trying to figure out how I was going to shape that, but I may just cut this off here and then bend this out. Under the car, let me slide under there. Let's see. I did put new bushings on as recommended to get the correct clearance and make it easier to install. Right now the crossmember is lined up, ready to go. I've got on the side of these brackets here, I've got the holes marked. So I'm going to punch those and then drill them out to 7/16. There are also mounting holes on the top of the subframe, but I don't believe I'm going to use those. I think I'm just going to use these. So that's it for now. I may drop it down, go ahead and drill those, and I may or may not go ahead and, after I drill it, mount it back, put the shifter on. I'll cut this out while I got it down also, and then see how that rubber boot fits around the shifter. But I'll see you next time. Alright, got the shifter in and run it through the gears. This is a stock F-body T56 boot that I'm going to use. It mounts a little deeper, so you can't, I might have to cut this piece right here that usually sits up there. Just have to cut that out. But this is how I ended up. Cut this out right here for here. I may come back and build around this, but I'm not really sure. I did cut too much up here early on. I think I'm going to come back and weld a strip back in here, so that the boot, I can use the mount holes on the boot that are already there. Showed this earlier, but I do have the holes drilled in the subframe. Bolts are just sitting in there. And then one other thing for this video, the air conditioning cover still does not fit in here, especially studs like this. Let's see if I can show. Bear with me here. All right, it's about 2.5 inches of clearance there, but on this cover, I'm not really sure what this little pocket is for the evaporator case cover, but that is the problem. From the end of the flange out, I don't know if you can see that, but it's about 2.5. And you can see where I was rubbing right here. So that's still a problem, even though I've got the engine and transmission in the correct positions. So still not sure what's going on there, but I think I'm gonna call it a day. I'll see you guys next time. One last thing, the alternator. This is my brother's alternator from this Trans Am. Just like the Hooker kit explains, the plastic shroud does contact the subframe right here, and down in the back on the bottom it contacts the motor mount, so it either does need to be removed or cut out. But if I can take this thing out, looks like it contacts somewhere down here and then over here. So I'm not going to take his off. I'm worried I'm going to damage it, but it does seem to like it could work if it wasn't on there. That's it.